This is the motherfucking KoperCrabb Podcast, bitches.
Oh, that was aggressive. I'm KoperCrabb.
NK, what up? Move this shit.
And our cat Seagull is right under the table.
Yeah, I think he's lurking.
Shout out to our sponsors, Direct Sound Headphones and Moon Juice CBD by Jade Rabbit. I think last week on our live episode, I said Moon Tooth, like the band.
Moon Tooth CBD, baby.
Yeah. Also, if you're currently watching our podcast on YouTube, then you will notice that Naveen and I have these low-key, high-key, sick Entheos tie-dyes on. We kind of made the decision to start releasing small batch, really boutique limited edition merch through our big cartel, and we tie-dyed a small batch of shirts ourselves. So if you're looking at it, we like bleach dyed a bunch of shirts ourselves yesterday, and they're up for sale now in our big cartel at Entheos. That's the band that we're in, Entheos, in case you guys don't know. I do
mega
vocals.
Fans of the podcast.
I do vocals, and Naveen does pretty much everything else.
Yep,
right?
Damn straight.
Well,
I do
bass.
now. Yeah, I do now. I do pretty much everything
Except
else.
for bass.
Except for bass.
And yeah, so we're in this band, and we made these boutique shirts, and you can grab one at entheosofficial.bigcartel.com. I'm going to put the link in the description.
Yeah, and last week I was wearing a Morbid Angel shirt that I tie-dyed, and that was sort of the warm-up run to do these shirts. And it's something that we've been procrastinating and putting off for weeks now.
Well, it all started because we need to shout out We Need Merch. That's Ben Oram, who is the guitar player of All Shall Perish. He has a merch company. It's called We Need Merch. If you guys need any merch, go through him. He's great. But we got these shirts printed right before my accident.
Yeah.
So maybe a week before this all happened, and Ben printed them, and we could never pick them up because I smashed my face into an object that we don't know, frankly, what it was.
So if you missed all that, then you might want to go check out episode 70, where I explained in detail what happened there. We're still trying to recover from all that.
Yeah, so that kind of put off the process a little bit.
Yeah, so it slowed things down quite a bit. But we finally got around to doing these shirts. They turned out pretty dang snazzy.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So we had just a plain black shirt printed. It does have a back too. I'm not going to get it around, but it's got a really cool image on the back. And then, Cheney and I did all the tie-dyeing in our kitchen. And
at the laundromat.
Right. And I will say, I did the one shirt basically. I've done two shirts. I had a Black Dahlia shirt that I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was my first one. And then the second time I
didn't know you did that.
Oh, really? Well,
at least I don't remember you doing that.
I think if I showed it to you, you'd be like, oh yeah, that one.
Oh, okay.
Then I did the Morbid Angel one, and that one turned out really a lot better.
Yeah, that one.
And then I was like, cool, I've done two. Now let's do 50. And let me tell you what, doing I don't know if it is actually 50, but it's somewhere like that, the number around there. That's a lot different from doing just one.
Yeah. It's similar to how you'll be in your kitchen whipping up some food and pretending you're on Chopped, and you're like, wow, I'm really good at making dinner for one or for two. Time to open a restaurant.
Totally.
And then you open your restaurant and you're like, how in the hell do I keep up with this? I don't know how to cook for 50 people.
Yeah. So it was actually really fun, and Cheney and I just sort of hunkered down and got them all done.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. When we turn on music in our house, we get a lot of shit done.
Yeah, that's true.
Music really loud.
Yeah. So
we had some good playlists going yesterday.
Ace of Base.
Yeah, Ace of
now
Base.
That's What I Call Music, Volume 2.
I wonder what tracks are on Volume 2. Did you know that That's What I Call Music is on like number 98 or something?
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, they still make it?
That's What I Call Music. Yeah.
Here, let's go look it up real quick. Let's go see what tracks
Also, would I know any of the tracks that are on?
Now That's What I Call Music. Okay, they got volumes 1 through 50 on Spotify.
Whoa. Yeah, I guess. I wonder if
here's volume 1.
Places like that make very much money anymore.
All right, you ready for volume 1?
Yeah.
Not that old, really. You got Janet Jackson, Backstreet Boys.
What songs?
Together Again. I don't know
what song that is. What's the Janet Jackson one?
That's the Janet Jackson one.
Oh, I especially don't know that.
Yeah, Together Again.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I can't play it, right?
Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, Backstreet Boys, Fastball. Don't know it. Harvey Danger.
Fastball. Yeah, what song is that?
Fastball?
Yeah.
The Way.
Yeah, dude. Let me oh
my god, that song fucking sucks. You know what? That's probably gonna have to be on. That's probably gonna have to take number 1 on my Naveen's worst songs.
Dude, Fastball was the first show I saw live. Fastball.
Sorry
and
if anybody
Ray.
from Fastball listens to that.
And Goo Goo Dolls.
If you do listen to it, then I don't actually mean what I'm saying.
From Fastball.
And everyone could. No, that's not Fastball. That's
the road as they walk on this dead end.
I don't think that's Fastball.
Bet.
No,
Look
you know
it
what
up.
I think that is?
Look it up right now.
I think that's
that song is
Bob
literally
Dylan's
the way.
son.
That song is literally the way.
That's not Bob Dylan's.
I mean, I'm singing the song that you just named.
All right.
Look it up.
Fine. Well, let's go through this list because this is actually kind of interesting.
So you're saying you're not gonna look it up? You're just gonna.
I'm
usually right
about these kind of things. What am I
gonna
look up? The lyrics?
Look up Fastball the Way and play a little bit of it, like a little.
I got
clip.
it right here. I can play it.
Okay, play a little clip of it. Told you.
Okay. That's not the song you're singing, though.
Yes, it is.
That was How Could They Know the Way.
Yeah, keep going to the chorus. Go to the chorus.
I'm afraid that we're going to get kicked off of YouTube.
Chorus. Go to it.
We will get kicked off of YouTube.
It's my name is road as I walk on this dead end road. Where were they going without a... Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Told you.
All right. Stand
my
corrected.
God.
Stand corrected.
Dude, I know my shit about
Yeah, and I shouldn't have argued with you there. I hope that was worth it because now we're off of YouTube.
You know that I always win.
Hey, wait a minute. When you have a copyright thing on YouTube, do they kick you off or do they just take away?
No, they just take away your monetary.
We don't monetize.
Yeah.
So what difference
We're
does it make?
a DIY, dude. Fuck you.
We don't even monetize it, so shouldn't we just go ahead and play whatever we want?
I don't know. I'm going to stick to playing only a couple of seconds of it.
Because I'd rather be able to play music. That would make this podcast like way cooler.
Yeah, I know.
It would actually make it way more fun for me too.
We should look it up. We've never looked it up. I think that's really the issue.
Yeah, we're dumb.
There might be a copyright dispute though.
We're still doing the podcast though, which is kind of, I was thinking about that as we were setting up today.
I'm pretty impressed with, I think this is episode 73 and I'm pretty impressed that we've done it this far.
Like, how are we doing this still?
Amazing. I knew we'd never run out of things to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, it would be a lot cooler if we could play music and talk about it. I'm not going to lie. That would be way sicker.
Yeah, but then we become like a reaction channel? I don't really want to do that.
No, but if someone mentioned a song and I'm like, oh, I don't remember that song, I could refresh my memory.
That's true. I think we could do that for a second, probably.
Okay, now let's keep going here.
I'm the police.
You know, I actually expected, for some reason I expected now that's what I call Music 1 to be like early 90s.
Yeah, that's like mid-90s.
Because this seems like, I was expecting it to be like 91 type stuff.
Okay, what other songs?
Because let me show you what else we got on here. We got Harvey Danger.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. Should we play something?
Harvey Danger? Keep going.
I know that I would know it if I heard it. Okay, then you got Spice Girls. Everyone knows that.
For sure. What song?
Say You'll Be There.
Yeah, that's one of the good cuts.
Yeah, you love that song?
My favorite Spice Girls song is actually
Cheney's Pick.
Viva Forever off of the Spice World album.
I don't know any of those songs.
Why not?
Because I'm like 2 years older than you.
Yeah, I was way into Spice Girls.
I'm a few years older
Spice
than you.
Girls, you know, I had like there was like a stairway of musical obsession. Like I was always obsessed with some music, and Spice Girls were at the
peak.
No. Spice Girls were at like the beginning of the staircase.
All right.
Everyone loved the Spice Girls. Everyone. Don't you remember Spice World?
Spice Up Your Life.
Yeah, that's Spice World. Cause of the world, spice up your life. Every boy, every girl, spice up your life. People of the world.
There you go.
Lamento. I can't remember.
All right, do you want me
words.
to keep going with this list or no? Because I want to keep reading it.
Yeah. I'm sure everyone is just at the edge of their seats waiting for you to name the songs.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Well, you know what? No, I'm going to close it. I'm not going to read them.
Is Bob Dylan's son on this list?
What the fuck's that guy's name? I can't remember his
Jacob
name.
Dylan. He was recently on a podcast I listened to.
I would have... Oh, what podcast was that?
The Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Crazy.
Do you remember that we watched that show where it was him going through a bunch of like classic rock? Oh, he was doing a Laurel Canyon documentary, and it basically seemed like he just did it so that he could sing a bunch of songs by all of those artists.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
But I remember it being a pretty good documentary.
It was pretty good, but I didn't care much for the covers of the songs.
Okay. Yeah. Was he like kind of just hanging out with the people like,
yeah,
hey, why don't we just go on into...
Yeah, no, it was like he did like a live show, and he was interviewing people in between. Like I remember he got Fiona Apple up on stage to do a song.
Well, that's when
it's
I
called
check
like
out.
Something of the Canyon. Dude, Fiona Apple Title is one of the best albums of all time. It's the one I listen to all the time. But you know me, I'm like way into sad girl, very sad music.
Well, that's not sad girl. That's angry girl music.
The other day, what were we listening to that you were like, this is your favorite song by this band?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was This Place is a Prison by the Postal Service.
Yeah. I'm like, not DC Sleeps Tonight.
That's a really good
song. I don't know if
song.
that's the title. It's just
It's yeah.
We saw them.
The District Sleeps Alone.
Remember, Cheney, when we
Tonight.
saw them? How sick it was?
Yeah, I mean, Postal Service, that album, Give Up, is one of my favorite albums ever as well. And we saw that night, who opened for them?
Big Frida.
Big Frida. That was so sick.
Yeah, it was really sick. It was also just sick seeing all these awkward white people watching Big Frida.
I know. It was, I loved
just
it.
Like, is this cool?
Every second of it. It was a lot of like, I wouldn't even call them Coachella. It was like skirts and hats.
It was like people who go to Starbucks.
Yeah, it was very like Zoe
And for those of you who don't know, Big Frida is like
maybe it was Coachella.
It's like New Orleans.
It's Nola Bounce.
Yeah, like it was just
like,
girls on stage the whole entire time with huge butts.
Yeah,
like,
just
shaking
bouncing their asses.
So pretty much like one of the polar opposites you could get from Postal Service.
Yeah, totally.
So I was getting a kick. We actually knew who she was.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, oh, that's killer. And then watching the crowd was kind of funny.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
And I loved dancing with Big Frida. It was so tight.
Yeah, but that
was a good night.
Yeah, definitely a good night.
The Postal Service were awesome live as well.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Homeboy like played drums.
Ben Gibbard.
Yeah.
Me either. And you know what's funny? I was thinking about that today because I was just trying to play a Postal Service beat on the drums. And I was thinking about how he... No, it was...
Oh, the sad song.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. So then you got moving on down. Now that's what I call music, baby. This wasn't planned, by the way.
Now that's what I call KoperCrabb.
How did we even get on to know that's what I call music?
I have no idea, but we're going to keep riding this train till the end, baby.
Oh, I was joking around saying that we were listening to it while doing shirts, but now that I'm seeing the list, I kind of wish that we were listening to it.
This CBD oil is great. I'll tell you, in the first couple of days that I got hurt, and I'm talking about this now because my mouth gets kind of tight at the end of the night because I still have stitches in my mouth.
Yeah.
CBD was really, really helping me out those first couple of days when I couldn't really get anything else down.
Yeah, but I did go online and sort of, so since Cheney was in such like, crazy pain and everything, I went online and I wanted to see the real deal, the science behind the CBD. And really, they were saying when you have chronic pain, you need like 100 milligrams.
Instead of the recommended.
Yeah, usually like the dropper will be like 20 milligrams or whatever, 25.
Yeah, you need several.
I think the one that we had was like 30, so I was giving you 3 droppers of that.
Okay, yeah. You know what's interesting that they don't tell you about is the sensation of like So since there are stitches in my mouth and they're dissolving, and I'm close to the month mark. It's 4 weeks this Friday since I had surgery.
So real quick, we went out on our scooters. We had a couple drinks. That was really stupid, and we basically both fell off the scooter. And Cheney went missing for an hour.
You're a grief thief, Naveen. We both fell off.
Well, I fell off mine, and I was like, "That sucked, Cheney. We should probably go home." And
your toe's really messed up.
No, I'm good. It doesn't matter. I was like, "Yeah, that really sucked, Cheney. I just fell off my scooter." And then we were like a mile away from home. I get home. I look back. Cheney's not there. Total panic ensues. And what had happened was Cheney fell off and was kind of like in a bush near the house and hit her face on something pretty damn bad. So she had to go to surgery and was in the hospital for like 27 hours. And it's really shitty. And we've been trying to deal with that since then.
I've been getting a lot better though. But like I said, at the end of the night, like my mouth tightens because there are still stitches in my mouth. And the sensation I was just about to talk about is like, since the stitches are starting to dissolve, I'm feeling what I would imagine is like stitches pulling a little out of my gums.
Yeah.
Loosening up. So it's like a little bit of pain followed by a little bit of like, oh, I can open my mouth a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't even know what that feels like. That must be really freaking weird.
It's really weird, but also it's just like laughing because you crack me up all the time and it's so hard for me to keep a straight face that I think that laughing is actually helping me, but stretching the stuff out of my
Yeah. I was making a really funny joke last night and you were like, you had to leave the room.
I had to leave. There are certain videos I've had to, yeah.
I don't remember what it was. It was so funny that I felt bad because I was like, yeah, that
you kept chasing
really
me around the house trying to make me laugh about it.
I can't remember what it was, but I feel bad for that.
But the good news is that my smile is getting wider and wider. It was at first I had no control over my face, but every day I'm gaining
Cheney's
a little
face from her nose to her teeth was basically a scab.
Well, yeah, because what happened is something went in. What is this bone called?
I don't know.
The bone that's in the middle of your two nostrils. I don't know what it's called, but mine, like the metal thing impacted directly right there in the middle and cracked that bone in half. So it was like all the skin was flayed.
And her lip is not anymore, but basically like a triangular section. We're talking completely split.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, I got a bust. I mean, we're talking, you can see the teeth
through it. See through, bro.
So
there is a picture and I just keep forgetting to send it to you that we should put on the podcast.
Yeah. We've got a couple gnarly pics, but I'm speaking casual about it now, but,
well, the further you get from something, the easier it is to kind of, accept that it happened.
Yeah. I mean, and it's still been hard, we're not going to lie.
Yeah.
It's been like, damn, we're still dealing with it.
Well,
not we, but pretty much just Cheney at this point.
Because you just imagine, I don't know, once you start like feeling better and more like yourself, because there is a point where your brain's a little foggy and you're just like, okay, I want to lay down, but I don't like sitting in bed all day. And now like wanting to get up and do things, it just sucks to have to deal with this as like an added. It's almost like being sick, extremely sick for a really long time.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
There's just I'm at a point where what I'm getting at is I'm at a point where I want to be healed and I'm not healed, and it just gets to me sometimes.
Frustrating.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. But, working at it, it's getting better.
You didn't die. You could have died.
I did not die. So. Life is great. So what are some other songs?
All right, so we got Casey and JoJo.
Oh, yeah, dude.
All My Life, obviously.
Hell yeah. That's their jam.
So everyone...
Are they still jamming that at birthdays or weddings? All right.
Maybe this should just be the test episode. Just see what happens if you play music.
Yeah. I think it actually is like if you play it for more than like 10 seconds.
Oh, it's going to get demonetized. Like, okay, we don't.
But we don't want our whole channel demonetized.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, All Saints.
Who the hell is that?
Don't know that one.
What's the song?
Never, ever.
Play a bit.
Are you sure? Might get
Just a little
demonetized.
Play a little clip.
Nope, never heard it.
I think I've heard that, but I can't tell.
Okay, Tonic. I feel like you'd know that one, Jane.
No, who is it? Play it.
I don't know. Should I really play
What's the name of the song? If you could only... Yeah, we all know that one.
She loves...
I hate that song.
Yeah, that song sucks.
I think that, honestly, I got burnt out on all of those type of songs. You know those college radio 90s songs?
Yeah, like...
Hootie and the Blowfish? Or
it's like American Pie, the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready for the next song? Because this is a mega hit. This is a mega hit.
What?
Hanson.
Mbop?
Mbop.
Oh, of course.
And I was fucking pissed.
Shout out Tulsa.
I was pissed when Hanson came out because I looked like those guys because I had a ponytail and I was super young and I played drums. So
really?
I was like
that's
jealous.
All it takes nowadays is to have a ponytail to look like another random white kid who plays drums.
Yeah, how many are there? There's like, it wasn't that common to have a ponytail when you were like 12. And he played drums. And I was like, fuck, I'm way better than that guy. Fuck that kid. I was pissed.
Yeah.
That he was all famous.
Bop. You didn't have the voice, though.
No, I didn't want it. I listened to probably metal at that point.
No way.
Definitely. No, I remember going to Warehouse Music downtown, which is not there anymore. R.I.P. I don't think it's anywhere. And going in there.
Double R.I.P.
To listen, because you could listen to CDs. You could like go take it off the shelf and hand it to them, and they'd open it up and play it for you. And there's headphone station. For sure. Which, come on, that was so sick. And I grabbed Sepultura, Chaos AD, and I gave it to him. And I remember seeing Hanson was like on the shelf at that point. Mm-hmm. So.
Wow, I had that album, and I was jamming it, and I wanted to date the drummer of Hanson.
To be fair,
so I went with the next best thing, which is Naveen.
Yeah. Probably not really though. I mean, I don't know. That guy's probably like way cooler than me. No, he's definitely not cooler than me.
I think
I'm definitely way cooler
Hanson
than that guy.
is still like playing shows and stuff there, but he's probably equally as cool as you.
I'm thinking that I'm way cooler than that guy.
I'm thinking you. I don't know. I don't know what he's into. He might. I don't know.
No. 10 out of 10.
You're cooler in my heart,
period.
babe. You're cooler in my heart.
All right. Well, what kind of hobbies is he into? Let's figure that out.
Oh, my God. Drumming. Guitar playing.
Oh, give me a break, dude.
Singing. Tulsa,
okay, he's
Oklahoma.
a better singer than me. He's a better singer than me, for sure.
I think that he gave up the singing, and now Taylor, the original hot one.
No, he's a death metal
Taylor.
drummer. I didn't know there was a hot one.
Taylor was the hot one.
Okay, didn't.
Yeah, now Zach is in.
Oh, the hot one is. I think I know who you're talking about.
Taylor.
Yeah, he kind of looks like the guy from Silverchair.
Yeah, see, I didn't listen to Silverchair. I think that I missed the Silverchair train.
That makes sense. See, okay, so they were young, but they were like older than me because I know that they got big when they were like 16 or something.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really jealous of them because I thought their music was good.
Oh, see, that's
I don't really get jealous of people
when
when their music's good. I'm like, I'm just like respect.
Yeah, it's
dude.
like, what the hell?
I got respect. But when their music is crap,
music.
and I'm like, damn it.
I don't know. Mbop was a jam to me and all the other 8-year-olds.
Yeah, okay,
I
so
also
if you were
had
8,
the
then I
Hanson
would have been
Christmas
12.
album.
Okay. Damn, Cheney. Everything's coming out right now with
Big
this.
fan.
Now
Big
that's
fan.
what I call music list.
I know
all
the
right,
songs.
you ready for the next cut?
Yeah.
Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
What the fuck
Yeah.
kind of a name is that?
You don't know that band?
What if a metal band came out and their name was Cherry Poppin' Daddies? Everyone would listen to them. They'd be huge.
It's pretty disgusting. But
Oh, Cherry Poppin'. Oh, okay. It took me a second. Sorry, it's hard for me to laugh.
Okay, do you know that group?
No.
You don't know Zoot Suit Riot?
Oh, I know Zoot Suit Riot.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was a hit.
Okay.
Though.
Okay, and then Imogen.
Imogen Heap.
I don't think it's Imogen Heap though. It's just Imogen.
What's the song?
Shorty.
Okay. Remember that video? Nope, no idea.
Nope,
remember
nothing.
We watched Imogen Heap's Tiny Desk? Do you remember this this glove contraption she's come up with? You guys, this is amazing. You need to look up Imogen Heap's Tiny Desk because she does vocal automation with her gloves. So it's all
Some
stuff
people
that
might not be hip to Tiny Desk.
Okay, Tiny Desk is like one of my favorite things to watch. A lot of R&B and indie and those type of bands go on Tiny Desk and play like, I don't know, would you say it's like a cut back version of their own songs. Megan Thee Stallion has a sick ass one.
Oh, hers was super good.
Yeah, it was so good. But anyway, so there's this Imogen Heap Tiny Desk. It's an NPR thing. And she does vocal automation with gloves. So it's the same thing that like I do vocal automation. Well, you do my vocal automation through a computer. But she can do it all live with gloves. Mine is like pre-determined.
I know, but I think she can control the like filter amount with.
Oh yeah.
So it like looks cool. I mean, I don't know if it's
and
really
delay.
Does it just look cool or is it actually like cool? I don't know.
The thing is that I don't. It looks really cool. I don't think it would work for like fast. For vocals that are delivered quickly.
Yeah, because you'd be moving your arms all around.
Yeah, and you know me, if you watch a video of me, it's like I look like a chicken when I like move a lot.
Yeah. So that
I speak with my hands, but then when you give me a microphone and I'm doing screaming vocals, it's like way Italian.
I know, it's the Italian is showing.
Yeah,
Jenny,
I get super Italian.
Which is that's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That means that it must be hereditary.
My sister speaks with her hands as well. Like a lot.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready for this next cut? Because I know I am.
Yeah.
Brian McKnight.
Yeah. Okay, totally. I remember him. What song?
Anytime. I don't know. I can't say I know it.
Play a little of it.
All right, we're already getting kicked off YouTube.
I don't know this one. Cut it.
And okay, the next one is a mega hit. I mean, we're talking mega. Just
what is it?
Aqua.
Oh, Barbie girl.
You know it.
Hello, Barbie. Let's go party.
Okay, now here's an odd one because this is actually a really good band.
Okay,
can you guess who it would be? A really good band that might be on this list.
I don't know.
Radiohead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What song?
Karma Police.
Okay.
Which is not the best song, but this is a great band.
Is it ever?
Good band. It's weird when certain good bands like get trapped in like, I wouldn't say trapped because it's great for them. I mean, they got paid, but
right.
Like Air.
Well, don't you think
Air's like they might be on like a sound. They were on there. There was, remember we were listening to or watching. What was that show? They were on some show with Zooey Deschanel.
I don't remember this.
What's that show called? Something Girl.
New Girl.
New Girl.
I've never seen that show.
No, you were watching it one time.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
I was never watching that.
Oh, I didn't put it on.
I have never watched an episode of that show. I don't know what it's about.
True, dude. Because one time it could have been the only time that you were watching it. And I was like, hey, there's an Air song on in this show.
Huh. No, I don't think this happened.
It was New Girl.
But I think for Radiohead, that happened with Creep.
Totally.
I mean, we all know that
Radiohead's really good. Their albums are awesome. I'm not like a mega fan or anything, but I have, I've actively listened to Radiohead.
Yeah.
What do I mean by actively? I mean, I put it on. Purposefully.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
That's indicating that I like it.
It's a good band.
All right, next song, not as great. Everclear.
What song?
Okay, you got to guess the song.
I'm trying to think of the first Everclear song. Was it about like their mom and dad?
No.
What is it?
I Will Buy You a New Life.
I will buy you a new car. That one? Huh.
Yep.
Not what I would have picked.
Okay, now the next song is actually on Naveen's Hall of Fame Worst Songs Ever.
Paved Paradise.
Well, that one got taken off.
Big Yellow Taxi.
A very controversial song.
Big Yellow Taxi, when made in the 90s, is one of the worst.
I know, but I had to take it off.
Who sang it? Was it Counting Crows?
Yeah, but I had to take it off the list. That was number one. That song actually started the list.
Which is weird because Counting Crows had that song Colorblind that was on the Cruel Intentions soundtrack that was really good.
Okay.
Counting Crows?
I don't know.
Who sang it?
I believe so, yeah. But
yeah, they really did a disservice to Big Yellow Taxi.
Naveen's all-time worst songs list. But then when you showed me that it was actually Joni Mitchell, I was like, well, I felt conflicted.
Well,
and then I felt like I had to remove it.
Yeah.
It was number one for decades.
Yeah.
Now it got taken off.
Totally.
Controversial topic. But this one is actually definitely on there. I don't know where it's hovering.
What is it?
I just added it to the to Naveen's worst songs of all time list. Just now, when I saw it, I went, of course, that's perfect.
What is
prime material?
Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill.
No, Lenny Kravitz, Fly Away.
Oh, that is for sure on one of my.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hate that
song.
What I'm saying? I'm not a huge Lenny Kravitz fan. You remember he did American Woman, and it was like on the Austin Powers soundtrack?
Oh yeah, totally.
It's bullshit.
I know all these celebs are listening to this right now, and I'm like saying I'm sorry for, this is kind of just my shtick, I gotta razz someone.
No, I really don't like that Lenny Kravitz song.
I don't either. Okay, next song, I actually was a fan of it, truth be told. Marcy Playground.
Oh, I love that song, Sex and Candy.
Yeah, so that must be a one. And look at this, it's only 2 minutes and 50 seconds long.
Dude, I probably listened to that song for the last time like a month ago.
Really?
I love that song.
Wow. Well, there you go. That's what we're calling music.
Wow. That took up a lot of time.
Okay, now we're going to jump on to volume 2.
It's Naveen and Cheney's review of Now That's What I Call Music.
Well, I will say, if we ever get, if we're doing the podcast and we don't know what to talk about, I'm going to pull them up, dude. Because
totally.
I always like it when people talk about things in list format.
Oh my God. That's really weird that you, what?
Okay, did you ever watch Jay Leno?
Oh, he's got like the top 10. Jay's top 10.
Like he does stuff like, it'll be like headlines.
I like that. I like that too.
Like it would just be stupid. Like I could.
You and my mom can relate on that. She loves writing lists.
Like I don't like writing lists
to do, and you like reading them. You like being presented with them.
So yeah, I like it when people do a show and it'll be like, kind of. I would have liked to listen to what we just did.
I would have too.
I would have liked to listen.
I would have loved.
Because I'd be like, "Ooh, what's coming next? What's coming next?"
Me too.
I want to know.
Me too.
And then, it's just fun. That's all.
It's really fun, Naveen. I agree with you on that.
And what is funny is I was like, when we were starting this podcast today, I was like, man, I don't really have anything to talk about. It's like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
But I did want to talk about how right before the podcast, I opened my computer. And I haven't opened this computer since last week. And it was on our Facebook. So I was looking at the clip that we had posted about the crash and everything. Mm-hmm. And I was just thinking about what a better vibe this podcast is.
Yeah,
than episode 70. So cheers to that.
Cheers.
We're also having Coors Light, dude, the best beer. And also, I posted this on my Instagram. I took a can opener and I opened the top.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And a lot of people were like, how did you do that?
It's like,
But let me tell you the best part about opening the top is that you can put stuff into it.
Yeah.
So I put a bunch of blueberries. I put some lemon juice, some sweet and sour mix.
I can't taste the blueberries.
Really? Sure about that?
I taste the goddamn blueberries.
There you go.
They're there.
And now what I'm calling it.
It's really good.
What I'm calling it when you open it and you put stuff inside of it.
A beer garita.
No, I did call it that, but you know what I'm actually going to call it? It's called a King Coors.
King Coors.
Yeah, King Coors.
King Coors are really good.
Yeah. So it doesn't really have there's no real recipe other than you open it with a can opener and then put stuff in there. That's King Coors, boom.
I think it's a brilliant idea.
I do too. And you know what? I wish that craft beer places would, well, I don't wish this because they'd be stealing my idea, but they should get hip And if they serve beers in a can, open them up like this. And throw some stuff in there. It's fancy.
Well,
it's fun.
A lot of breweries will like can beers for you to take with you, and
right.
They're like that.
Yep.
It's like the before.
Wait, it opens like this?
I think it opens with this part.
Because I remember I have this really
the rim.
I remember a lot of stuff that is useless and forget stuff that's important. And I have this distinct memory of my mom explaining to me that, like, back in the 70s, beers actually opened like this.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And it was called a pop top.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I knew that they opened like that. I didn't know it was called a pop top.
Yeah, and she said you would open it and but they would like throw them on the beach and stuff, so it kind of just
became hazardous.
It became a trash issue.
Right.
So they made it with the stupid thing that we have now. But this is so much better. I don't know why. I just love it.
I like it too. It's easier for me to drink in my condition. Speaking of my condition, it's getting sort of uncomfortable for me to talk. So let's roll with this
wrap it up?
I want to roll with this question and then wrap it up.
Okay, a little bit of a shorter episode for you guys today.
All right, this question is from Teddy Rubskins. I picked this out because I thought it was...
Is that his real last name?
Definitely not.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think so. If it is, then I feel...
It's cool either way.
I feel bad for his middle school experience.
Yeah, agreed.
Coming from someone whose last name is Crab.
Yeah. It was rough for me too, believe it or not, just because I had a girl's name and I looked like a girl.
You don't... Navina's not a girl's name.
You don't know that if you're just regular old,
It's sort of like Cheney. Cheney is not necessarily a girl's name.
Yeah, it's just a name.
All right, Teddy Rubskins, would you ever go on tour without your own gear? Mainly referring to your drum kit. A band is coming into town and wants to use my entire kit minus my cymbals. As a drummer, that just feels strange to me. Naveen.
Yeah, that's kind of a cool thing to talk about on the podcast because this is actually quite common. Like if you go to Europe, you're not bringing your drum set straight up.
Right.
So you're having to rent one, or usually all the bands will share a drum kit.
Mm-hmm.
And you bring your cymbals and your pedal. But it sucks.
Yeah.
It's shitty.
If you're ever like having to use someone else's drum, there are also sometimes just because of time, people will do it.
That really pisses
shows.
me off. I'm like, I've gotten into a lot of tiffs.
Heated
with people.
debates.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, sometimes it'll be like, hey man, there's not a lot of stage room tonight. Can we all just share the same kit?
It's like, no, dude. It's not. It's faster. It's not faster. It's not easier.
Yeah.
It's way easier to just move a drum kit and let the guy set up his. It'll take way less time than some drummer trying to, let me move all the cymbals and everything. And, drummers are all picky.
Yeah.
Oh, I need my secondary splash hit or whatever.
Or my tom needs to be like 10 inches to the,
Totally. It's not worth it. So, so he's saying that someone wants to use his kit.
Well, what I'm wondering
is this like a local situation?
I'm wondering what this is how I feel. It depends on the situation. If you live in Omaha and this guy is driving from Kansas City and he's not on tour, bring your own goddamn drum kit.
Yeah, for sure.
Who
However,
are you?
if I'm going to go way back
mm-hmm.
to, like when Animosity first started playing shows, we would do that sometimes.
That's true.
I mean, it wasn't that unheard of for us to just show up and just be like, hey, can we use your drums? Like,
we don't have drums.
We're here to play the show. We have no drums. What up?
Yeah, I guess in the situation of like, if you don't have a trailer, then I could see why you would want to use someone's equipment. I don't really like... Are they rolling with cabs and without drums? Because to me, it makes more sense to come without cabs and with drums.
I'm thinking they're rolling no cabs and no drums.
Gearless. A gearless band is what we're dealing with.
That happens.
I mean, I don't even like to use... I will not use someone else's microphone. And no one's using my microphone. I guess that's a little different because, like...
Shit.
My mouth is touching it.
True that.
I'm not using a house microphone though.
Well, what if you're like a super like animated drummer and you're like sticking your tongue out, you know?
What if
like licking the cymbals and stuff like that? Weird stuff.
What if you're like, yeah, dude, you can use my drum kit, and he like goes all the Who on it, and fucking one of the guys like jumps into your kit.
He does like a Kurt Cobain
and
style drum
jumps
set
into it and like bats all of your drum gear with his guitar. I would fucking. That would make for a hilarious video for me to watch and not a very fun time for you.
Or no, that would be great. But I'm saying maybe someone should just do that. And then, like, you know, they're like,
yeah.
Hey, it turns out I'm Lars. Here's a free drum set. You know?
Here's a free the Black Album snare.
Yeah. I wish you'd let me play that Black Album snare promo vid. He's like, it's a killer snare. It's black. The rims are black.
It's like good description, dude.
No, like the comments were like, so basically what you're telling us is it's black.
Dude, see, this is what Naveen will. Oh my God, I just felt a stitch rip.
All right, well.
That was rough.
I'm getting a little too loose. I've had 2 cores, so stuff's getting a little wild in here.
Making me laugh a little too hard.
But anyway, should we bring it home, Cheney? Should we bring it on home?
Let's bring it on home.
All right, you guys. Hey,
also, I want to give a shout out to Tony. I think his last name is Chiachia. I don't know. This is some like, can you pronounce that?
Let me see this.
Chiachia? Chacha.
Oh.
Chiachia. Chiachia.
Yeah.
Are you Italian, Tony? We're going to say
that's definitely Italian.
Tony Chiachia.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Head of Hydrus is the name of his band. Reclamation. How the fuck? I can't pronounce words today. But check out this song, you guys. We were just listening to it before the podcast. Tony, your vocals are super sick.
Tony coming at you.
It was awesome. It was like kind of like metallic hardcore, but old school type.
The snare sounds very black.
Super sick. It's Black Album snare status.
Thanks for chiming in, you guys. We chimed in. Well, thanks for listening in.
If you have any questions that you want answered on the podcast, send them to KoperCrabbPodcast@gmail.com. Have a good week, you guys. Yeah. Sorry that we couldn't stick with you very long, but my stitches are literally pulling out of my mouth.
Word. Peace.
Have a good one.